Hello, it's Martin Brown here again, illustrator of the Horrible Histories. But I've also illustrated these books about animals, less spotted animals, 1 and 2. So today I thought we'd talk a little bit about drawing animals. If you're unfamiliar with these, if you haven't seen these before, these books are about the sort of animals that never make it into books. There are so many wonderful things out there. But animal books are full of lions and tigers and panda bears and polar bears and the same sort of A-list celebrity animals we see over and over and over again. I just thought it's time to see some of the other things out there. Look, this is a book about bovids. They're the sort of cattle, antelope, sheep, goats sort of thing. There's 280 of them alone. I mean, there's so much out there, and they're beautiful and they're wonderful and they're interesting and they're weird. It's a pity in a way that the books are so full of the usual suspects. So these the books are about the brilliant beasts you never knew you needed to know about. Like the southern right whale dolphin. What an extraordinary thing. I just thought it was time we, learned about some of these creatures. Because of course, how can we look after the world? How can we look after animals if we don't even know they exist? So anyway, that's the books. And I, of course, illustrated them. So I thought this time we'd talk about, drawing animals. Everyone likes drawing animals. So you can draw animals like this. You draw animals like that. Oh, hang on, there's a tail. There you go, that's an animal. Or maybe like this. It's a smile. There we go. Oh, here we go. Missing some vital bits there. So you can draw animals like that. Or maybe even this. So there's no right and wrong way of drawing animals. There's just lots of different ways. Perhaps takes a little bit longer. Tail. There we go. Now a leg. Here we go. So look, these are all drawings of animals, horses. Now I know you can do one of those, and everyone thinks that they'd like to be able to do this because they think this is a proper drawing or something. This is more realistic. So maybe we should try. I'll tell you what, grab yourself some paper, some pens, but it doesn't matter what it is. It can be the back of old, printed out stuff. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be good paper. It's just pens and paper. And you can pause it now while you're getting that stuff, and I'll see you back here in a sec. If you're already set up, then let's go. I'll get rid of this. Okay, are you ready? Right, pens ready? Okay. Draw a horse. Okay, off you go. Give you 30 seconds. It doesn't have to be a complicated drawing, but just a very quick sketch. Draw a horse. Off you go. 30 seconds. Right. Draw away. Horse. Neck, head, ears, feet, tail, you know, horse. Draw, draw, draw. Off you go. Come on. Draw, draw, drawing, drawing. Lots of time yet. You've got another 15 seconds or so. So you've got the body, and then you've got the leggy bits underneath. They go all the way down to the ground. The tail's usually at the back. Head's at the front. Ears on top, generally. Okay, that'll do. Stop there. How does it look? All right. Well, now I want you to grab another sheet of paper, or turn it over, or draw on a different part of the same sheet of paper. It doesn't matter. Okay, I want you to draw another horse in a second. Okay, I want you to draw another horse now. Okay, draw, 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 draw. Okay, horse, you know, horse-shaped horse, really. It's going to be quick. It's a quick sketch, of course. So I do want you to move quite quickly. But how are we doing? Okay, got some time. Draw, draw, draw. Head still at the front, tail still at the back, legs still underneath, pretty much. Okay, this one's quite shiny. You don't have to worry about the shiny stuff. How we're going? I have no idea what the 30 seconds looks like, but I think we'll call it quits round about, you know, it's a quick drawing. Okay, pens down. Right, compare your two drawings. Was the second one better than the first one, even by a little bit? Now, what do you suppose happened? Have you instantly become better at illustrating in those few seconds? I guess not. No, it's because we're using our eyes. Drawing is so much more about our eyes than it is about hands or talent or any of those sorts of things. Learning how to draw is pretty much learning about observation, seeing what shapes are in other things, and you can use those shapes to build the thing that you are drawing, whether it's a horse or a tree or a car or anything else. It's about seeing what's actually there, and that helps you to draw realistically if you want to. It's just one of those techniques that you learn when you're learning how to draw. Like anything else, like playing a musical instrument or cooking or learning a language or any of those things, there are techniques. None of it is magic. I was not sprinkled by some sort of magic pixie fairy dust that enabled me to draw. I had books like this, how to draw everything. And in here, there'll be sections about animals, and it's really helpful. You can teach yourself how to draw. For example, let's do another one, okay? Won't draw a horse again. We'll draw a wolf, all right? So I'll just, there's a wolf. So like I said, it's all about seeing the shapes that the wolf makes. And here is our sausage. There's the sausage. And maybe a small little circle at the end. So we can start with a sausage here. Little circle at the end maybe. This end here, see that shape there? That's kind of like an egg. So we can use that sort of flat-sided egg. Here we've got a bit of boomerang thing happening, so we can put that in. If you see the legs, the foot's not touching the ground here. It's propelling itself forward. This wolf is in motion. Coming out from behind that egg-shaped leg is the other foot. We can put some ground in there. Front leg is sort of strangely not at the front. If you think about it, or if you see, that leg is about halfway down between the nose and the end of the wolf. You'll kind of think the front leg should be at the front, but of course when you're moving with this wolf in motion, the shoulder moves back and the leg with it, so it actually ends up halfway down. A notch there before the paw starts. This leg angles down to the ground. We can sort of fill in some of those gaps. The ears are in line with the paw. They're perhaps just in front, and they're quite small. They don't really stick up much above the fur. The other ear is just behind that. Now this is all in pencil, okay? I'm pretending this is pencil. This is just a framework. On top of that, I will do ink when I'm happy with this. This is just to kind of get everything in place. So it looks a bit scribbly, but that's fine. This muzzle's down there. The eye's quite small, little almond-shaped eye there. Bit of a mouth. So that's our sausage dog, sausage wolf. And the tail, look, another sausage. We've got our egg here, sausage there, little cone-shaped nose. So it's all shapes. Tail there. So that's, it's probably a bit thinner in the neck here, and the snout could be a little bit smaller. These are the sorts of adjustments you can make with pencil. But as you can see, it's just mirroring these shapes. On top of that, I would do my ink. It is kind of like drawing it twice. Well, it is definitely drawing it twice. Once in ink and again, once in pencil and then again in ink. But all beginning with those shapes that you use your eyes and you see what's there. It's there to be seen. It's right in front of you. And then you can finish off with a bit more detail, a bit more shading. A bit of shadow under there, possibly. They're very fluffy animals. Almost got a mane happening here. Quite furry up there. Big fluffy tail. My pen is running out. And yeah, I mean, you can sort of use the scribbliness of the pen to suggest some fur. Instead of a hard line, you can just scribble it a bit. And there we go. There's a wolf based on a photograph of a wolf. Now, this is a sausage-shaped wolf. Obviously, if it was from the front, it would be a different shape, or viewed sort of a three-quarter angle would be a different shape. But in the picture, in the thing you're looking at, the clues will be there. So you can draw a wolf, or anything else, or a horse, and you can learn how to do it realistically. But you don't have to draw realistically, I mean. There are so many other ways of drawing. Drawing realistically is almost sort of quite limiting, because, you know, if it's a realistic wolf, it's got to kind of look like a wolf. But if you were to draw in a more cartoony style, it frees you up to do all sorts of things and all sorts of styles. There's no right or wrong style of drawing in a cartoon fashion. I mean, look at these wonderful things. This is a lion by Alex Latimer. And it's stunning. It's really cartoony, but it's just so full of fun. I love it. It's really clever. This is a lion by Helen Stevens. I mean, I love this picture. It's beautiful. It's really simple, but incredibly clever. But different kind of lion. Not a realistic one, but a stunning one. And of course, Jim Field's one, another lion, is really cartoony and full of character. And it's a joy to look at, to be fair. But it's different again. There's no wrong or right way to draw animals when you're drawing a cartoon. What's more is that when you're drawing cartoons, you can make them do anything you like. In the real world, of course, if you were to draw realistically, giraffes can't dance. But of course, with a cartoon, in a children's book, they can. That's the magic of not drawing realistically. It's a beautiful book. This is a classic. Or how about, if you don't draw realistically, farmers can be ducks. If you don't draw realistically, magically, tigers can come to tea. This is what drawing can be like. It frees you up. It enables you to do anything your imagination conjures up. And it doesn't have to be realistic. You can learn how if you want to, or you could draw like this. And that's what I do. But let's finish with one more drawing we can all do together. And so grab your sheet of paper and your pens, and we'll do one more. Now, once again, I'm going to start with pencil, and you can have a pencil and swap to pen if you like, but go straight to pen if you want to. There's no rules. This is just another animal that you could try. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can see if you can think up what it is. See if you can figure it out. This one is based on a bean. In the animal world, you're basically beans or sausages. So we have a bean. There we go. It can be bigger at one end than the other, but yeah, doesn't matter. Sort of half on, half off of one end of the bean is a circle. On that circle, put a little triangle or a cone. If you want to, you can put a little curve at the end, a little blunt end. Basically, it's a triangle shape. In the middle of this circle, that's a little bit lower than halfway, you can do a little eye. An ear, sort of in line with the nose and the eye. It's just basically a loop with another loop inside it. Just where this circle meets the bean, you can do a couple of little curves and some very simple claws. And the same with the back. Just a couple of curving lines and some claws. It's got a very long tail, but you don't have to worry about adding the whole thing in. And that's basically our shape. Bean and some circles and some curved lines and a cone, triangle, and you can smooth those out a bit so they're all one shape. Okay, that's pretty much our framework, our background shape for this creature. And the rest, this is a tricky bit, is fur. It's quite dark. It's got sort of a pale patch on its shoulder. The rest is really dark. Like I said before, this is pencil, so I'm just putting a pencil in place. Some dark around the eyes, dark down the snout. The snout gets a bit bare towards the end. It's quite a hairy beast. Shadow under there, tail's sort of dark. Lots of whiskers. So there's our animal in pencil. If I was then to go over it in ink, with a pen that's running out. Very dark. Dark tail. Dark legs. Of course it has 4 legs. You can't see the other feet because they're tucked on the other side. Okay. Going over those lines, tiny little eye. Pale patch on the shoulder, but darker under the legs. Ah, this pen. At least you can see the pencil line underneath. The whiskers. More darkness on the face and the eyes. And there you are. I could try some more darkness with this one maybe. No, that's running out as well. Great. But there we are. There is our animal, and do you know what it is? And you've got, it's a bean, a circle, and some legs, some hair, some tone over the top. But do you know what it is? It's not a rat. It's not a hedgehog. Any ideas? It's a Cuban solenodon. You have just illustrated yourselves a Cuban solenodon, a real animal that lives in Cuba. There's not many of them left. It's one of the few mammals with a poisonous bite. Extraordinary little creature. And he features in my Lesser Spotted Animal book. Here he is there. He's a fabulous thing. And you're just drawing him. So you can do that. You can draw. You can draw rare and wonderful creatures. You can draw horses, you can draw wolves, you can draw solenodons. You can learn how. If you want to learn to draw realistically, you can, but you can draw cartoons as well, and that's just as good, if not better. So please have a go. Find some animals and draw them. Draw cartoons of them, and yeah, put them up online. Give us a look. I'd love to see what you come up with. But the best thing is just have a go. Thank you very much. I'll see you again sometime.